Hello friends, welcome to this session. The topic for discussion is improvement in focus and concentration. The present day pandemic situation in the world has propelled us to an unprecedented level of stress. We haven't experienced such a situation before in our lives. That leaves us feeling very insecure and very unhappy about ourselves and our surroundings. As a result, we are not able to focus on what we are doing, or what we are listening to, or what we are studying. The stress is coming from different sources. We might be having some trouble in our relationships with our loved ones, or with our friends and colleagues. Or maybe we are not able to apply ourselves fully in our professional work, so we are feeling very unfulfilled and there is no job satisfaction. As a student, we are not able to concentrate on what we are studying. We are not able to be enthusiastic about our study assignments, and maybe nothing is going into our head and we are not able to retain anything that we are studying. Or on the home front, as a homemaker, as a housewife, we are overwhelmed with so much housework, at the same time taking care of aged people, sick people, and all the people in the house. Maybe we are overwhelmed with all our duties and obligations towards ourselves and to the people around us. As a result of which, we are having a poor focus and a poor concentration in whatever we are attempting. So what do? Generally, we follow the advice that is given to us by our friends or relatives. So we listen to music, some soothing music, or some devotional music. Maybe we watch the rerun of all our favorite daily soaps, or watch some films, dance, paint, write something. Or maybe we try to make our lifestyle more active by exercising, or make our diets more nutritious and healthier. But all this is having just a temporary effect. There is no permanent harmony or balance which is present all the time at all moments. We are trying our best, yet we are not succeeding. As a result, we are just frustrated and we are looking for help. So what is the solution to all this? The solution, my friends, is Sahaj Yoga meditation. How, you will ask me? So let me tell you how. First, let us understand the word yoga. Now, most people feel that yoga is some form of exercise or some tricky postures or tricky breathing exercises which they have to perform with great difficulty. But it is not so. It is something much beyond. Yoga is derived from a Sanskrit word called as yuj. Yuj means union, which means two things are coming together. What are these two things? It is our inner self or inner awareness, which we call as the spirit, which unites with the all-pervading cosmic energy or divine energy, which is present all around us in this universe. So how does this union or yoga take place? This yoga can be achieved through a mechanism which is present in all of us. Yes, in each one of us. Irrespective of which country we belong to, which religion, race or culture we come from, whether we are a woman, a man or a child, each one of us has this mechanism inbuilt, inborn within us. And this mechanism is known as the subtle system. This subtle system lies in our spinal cord. Just as we have a physical body consisting of hands, feet, nose, ears, etc., and all our internal organs like liver, kidneys, heart, etc. Similarly, we have a subtle body within us. Now, this subtle body cannot be seen with the naked eye nor with the microscope. But you can feel it on our central nervous system once it is activated. So how does this happen? There is a dormant energy called as Kundalini, also referred to as the mother energy, who is sleeping in a coiled form in a triangular bone called the sacrum at the base of our spine. The Greeks named it sacrum because they knew that there is something sacred or holy about this energy. Now, this energy enters us when we are around 6 weeks to 10 weeks within our mother's womb. It enters through the center on top of our head, which is usually a soft area in children. It's called the fontanelle area. This energy then travels down the body and gives rise to this subtle system and also develops the fetus. And once its work is over, it goes and sleeps in the sacrum bone, waiting to be awakened. When Sahaj Yoga awakens this energy, called as the mother energy, she travels up the spine and comes out at the top of our head, called the fontanelle area or the limbic area, like a fountain of cool air or sometimes even warm air, and unites with the divine energy or cosmic energy all around us, giving us this beautiful union called as yoga. Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja. Ja means inborn, Saha means with me. That is, something is born along with me. Sahaja also means easy, spontaneous, natural, effortless. So the subtle system consists of 3 channels and 7 chakras. The left channel that you see deals with our emotional life and with our desires, and the right channel deals with our intellect, our memory, and all our actions. And the central channel deals with our evolution. You know, we have all learnt in school that we have evolved from a single cell amoeba to the present day stage of Homo sapiens or human beings. Sahaj Yoga helps us to go one step further in this evolution by taking us into the 4th dimension. Normally, we are aware of 3 dimensions: the physical, the emotional, and the mental. And all our stress comes from all these 3 angles. So Sahaj Yoga meditation takes you beyond these 3 dimensions into the 4th dimension called as the spiritual dimension, where your attention is diverted to the fact that you are the eternal spirit. You are not just this body, this mind, these thoughts, these emotions, but something much more, and that is the spirit. So when the Kundalini awakens, our attention automatically goes to our spirit. It travels along with the Kundalini and it merges with the divine consciousness. As the Kundalini rises, it opens all these energy centers that we see. It removes all the imbalances puts them into balance, nourishes them, and thus awakening all the subtle qualities within us. And thus we come to the point of union. Now, normally what happens in our brain? Whether we are still or whether we are working, there are always thoughts going on in our mind. Our mind or brain is never still. We are either running towards our past all the time, thinking about what happened in the past, or we are always running towards the future, thinking about what we have to do in the future. So Sahaj Yoga identifies stress to be of two basic types. One is the stress that comes as a result of imbalance in our left channel, that is an emotional imbalance. Whenever the left channel goes into imbalance, we experience negative emotions, say of hatred, of fears, of insecurities, jealousies, lust, greed, regret, guilt, repentance, and so on and on. And it makes us feel very depressed, very low in self-confidence, very negative about life. We are not able to forgive ourselves or others. We are all the time feeling guilty about the various things that we do. We repent the decisions that we take. Overall, we are very negative in our approach towards our life, and we feel very lethargic and lazy and don't feel any enthusiasm to get up and do our daily work. The second type of stress comes from an imbalance in our right channel. What happens is that we are overly active in our work and we are forever planning about what to do next. We are overthinking, over-planning, over-futuristic, what we call as workaholics. And when we cross the limits, then we strain ourselves unnecessarily. There is a lot of stress in us, resulting in all kinds of psychosomatic diseases like high blood pressure, heart ailments, diabetes, kidney problems, liver problems, blood cancers, so on and on. All these adds to the stress which is already there. So the mother energy, when she awakens, she knocks off both these types of stress and brings you on the central channel. Now this left and the right channels are part of our sympathetic nervous system, which when activated raises all the blood and body parameters like blood pressure, our pulse goes high, our breathing rate goes high, a lot of sugar is thrown out into the bloodstream, and the other organs like digestive organs, the reproductive organs, they go below the optimal activity because the body feels it's in a state of emergency. So all these things heighten up. So the Kundalini energy brings these channels into balance and brings this sympathetic activity down, back to the normal. And it balances us, activating the parasympathetic channel or the central channel, which relaxes all the organs and brings all these parameters like blood pressure, blood sugar back to normal. So you see, Sahaj Yoga meditation is not just a form of exercise or some physical meditation, but it's a living process involving our entire autonomous nervous system. There is a change taking place in every cell of the body at the receptor levels on the cell membranes. And this has been proved scientifically, medically and conclusively in various medical researches which have been undertaken by various doctors from different parts of the world like London, India, Russia, Australia, US, etc. They have found that Sahaja Yoga meditation conclusively and decisively helps in the curing of certain medical conditions like hypertension, diabetes, bronchial asthma, menopausal symptoms, ADHD or attention deficit hyperactive disorder in children. And so on, the list is endless. They also found that when a person meditates, the level of stress hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline goes down, and the body releases what is called as endorphins or happy hormones, which makes us feel joyous and tranquil. See, normally what happens? We are constantly thinking. A thought wave rises and it falls down, then another thought starts. But between two successive thoughts, there is always a minuscule gap which is called as the vilam or the delay. So the Kundalini energy widens this gap, and every time you meditate, this gap widens further and further. This is the gap where there is no thought, and that is how we become completely thoughtless. Neither any emotions from the past nor any futuristic planning interferes with our present moment. Five senses are alert. We are alert about ourselves and the surroundings, yet there is no thought or emotion disturbing us, and we become peaceful and tranquil. And this has even been proved through an EEG or electroencephalogram, which was attached to people who were meditating during the process of meditation and even after meditation. They found a rise in theta wave activity, which indicates a deep relaxation of the brain and the body. There are absolutely no thoughts, yet you are alert and relaxed at the same time. So what happens to you? Whatever you are doing at the present moment, you remain focused on that moment. So if you are a student, you are able to grasp the subject properly in total clarity and detail, and also to retain it, because meditation improves your memory too. In fact, they have found in an MRI study which was done across several countries in Europe, they did MRI scans of people who have been following Sahaja Yoga meditation and practicing it since the last 10 years or more. And they found a significant increase of 7% in the total grey matter of the brain in people who are meditating regularly as compared to non-practitioners. And they also found one more significant effect, that is, the area in the brain which is responsible for the quality of resilience in us is much more developed and increased in Sahaja Yoga practitioners as compared to non-practitioners. And this is a quality which the whole world recognizes is very important in the present day situation and otherwise also in life. The quality of resilience means the quality, as we say, of rising from ashes. No matter what is the adversity that you are facing, what is the external situation you are facing in your life, you are tranquil and still within, and you have a clear mind where you are able to think clearly and arrive at decisions in a very clear-cut manner and still lead an undisturbed and peaceful life. To be able to fight back, to be able to face every kind of situation in life. Also, as I said, the Kundalini nourishes all the chakras which are responsible for different qualities. For example, when it opens the second chakra called as Swadhisthana, it improves the creativity in you. It also improves the thinking power in you, the logical thinking as we call it, or the intellectual thinking, because it is this chakra which supplies the energy to the brain. So you become a much more positive, a more creative and a more attentive person. You're able to enjoy what you're doing. You're able to immerse yourself in that particular moment, extracting full joy out of that moment. As a result, you're able to perform better in your work life, in your professional life, as an artist or as a student or as a homemaker. And that gives you immense joy, satisfaction in your jobs. And that is what we are looking for today, an improvement in our focus and concentration. This meditation technique was given to this world by Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi in the year 1970. So in 2020, Sahaj Yoga is completing 50 glorious years. Today it is being practiced in almost all the countries all over the world. The classes are run free of charge. Because Sri Mataji said, what can you pay for this? This is a natural process. Just like how a seed sprouts very spontaneously when put in the Mother Earth, in a similar way, our Kundalini energy also sprouts and gets awakened and gives us the union effortlessly, spontaneously, provided we have an intense, beautiful desire in our heart that we want to experience this state. So why waste time? Let us experience this state of self-realization or meditation under the guidance of Sri Mataji herself. Let me take you through the steps of meditation so that when Sri Mataji is guiding you, you can do it effortlessly. First, you can be seated comfortably in a chair, or if you wish, cross-legged on the ground. You have to put both the hands open in your lap. We will keep our left hand static all the time facing Sri Mataji. And we will move only the right hand. We will be doing this activity with eyes closed when Sri Mataji is guiding us, so that our attention remains inside and we can experience this blissful state. At each step, we will place our right hand on different parts of the body, which are our chakras, and activate them by saying some prayer or affirmation deep in our heart. We should do this from the heart. So in the first step, we will be putting our right hand on our heart. Then we will put it below our ribs on the left hand side. Then we will take it down to the hip area on the left hand side or the waist area and press it slightly. Then we will bring it back to below the ribs, then to the heart again. Then we put it on the neck on the left hand side, turn our head a little towards the right, here at this joint between the neck and the shoulder. Then we put it on the forehead, bending the head a little, pressing the forehead slightly with the palm. And finally, we will put the outstretched right hand with the palm pressing the top of the head and massage the head clockwise 7 times, asking for our self-realization. So these are the steps. You are now familiar with the steps and you can enjoy the process of self-realization under Sri Mataji's guidance.
Keep your eyes closed. First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, in the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini to rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now here you have to say with full confidence, to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across on the left hand side in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now here you have to say, again with full confidence, 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Very hot. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say, for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty, that, O Divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. From your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing, which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self-realization. Because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times. Very hard. Slowly. Saying that.
Now keep your hand in the lap. Keep both the hands open in the lap and feel the silence within you. You will feel a gentle, cool breeze or sometimes even a little warm breeze circulating in both your hands. This is the state of self-realization, where we feel our union in both our hands. Now that we have experienced our self-realization and our Kundalini has been awakened, we will learn to balance our channels so that we can always remain in the present moment and improve our focus and concentration in whatever we want to do in life. So to balance the left channel, we put the left hand in the lap and right hand we direct towards the ground or Mother Earth. If we are sitting on the floor, we just put it on the floor. And with our eyes closed, we say a deep prayer in our heart. Mother Energy, please balance my left channel. Please remove all the imbalances from my left channel into the Mother Earth. We will feel lighter, all the heaviness and lethargy going out, and we will feel a cool or a warm breeze crawling in our left hand, the center of the palm and fingertips. We'll bring our right hand back to the lap. Now we will clear our right channel. So right hand remains in the lap and left hand goes backwards in the air, facing the sky or the ether as we call it. Mother Energy, please balance my right channel. Kindly remove all the imbalances from my right channel into the ether element. We will feel the cool breeze crawling from the center of the palm and the fingertips of the right hand. We'll feel the strain going out and feel a bit more relaxed. will now keep our left hand in the lap. We will now strike out the third stress in our life, which are nothing but the grudges that we harbor within ourselves, either against our own self or against others. Let us not think about any event, any specific event or situation or any person specifically. Let us just forgive and let it go out of our life. Otherwise, what happens? It acts like a slow poison within us, eating us up. It's an unnecessary stress. Better to get rid of it and lead a peaceful life. So, put your right palm on your forehead and press it gently with your head tilted in the hand. Mother Energy, by your grace, I forgive everyone. I also forgive myself. I forgive everyone. I also forgive myself. I also wish to be forgiven for any mistakes I might have done against my spirit or against the spirit of others. Just let go. Now, in the final step, we put an outstretched right hand on the top of the head where the fontanel area is, which is nothing but the soft area in childhood. We press the head with the palm with fingers outstretched, generating some pressure on the head. Massage the skull in clockwise direction 7 times gently. So we pray to Shri Mataji, kindly establish our self-realization. Kindly establish us in a state of complete peace, harmony, and joy. Kindly establish us in a state of complete balance. We take down our head in the lap. With eyes closed, we will enjoy this silence within us. Just observe ourselves from the inside, how we are feeling. Observe the center of the palms of both the hands and our fingertips, where we can find a cool breeze or maybe warm in some people crawling in our hands. This indicates that our Kundalini energy is active, she is working on our subtle system, and our yoga or union has taken place. to our own Mother Kundalini, and also to Shri Mataji for giving us this beautiful state of self-realization. Thank you, Shri Mataji. So friends, I'm sure you must be feeling much more relaxed and balanced now than you were at the start of the session. This is how Sahaj Yoga balances you and keeps you steadied in the present moment, improving your focus on your own present day life, giving you a better focus, a better attention and concentration, giving you self-confidence and a sense of security, a sense of self-belief that yes, I can tackle this, I can face this without getting ruffled. So if you wish to continue on this journey of self-knowledge and self-realization, and if you wish to learn this technique, you can visit our websites. The links will be shown at the end of this session, and you can join any of the classes wherever you are. All the classes are free of charge. So wishing you good luck in this journey. Bye.